Hi, welcome again to another episode of Marion Country Espresso. I'm Steve Woodhouse, and today I'm joined by two infamous Holland Michiganites, Garrett Thalen and Jamie Scott. You've probably seen their video of when they came to try to steal our tulips. So, welcome, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So, we were talking beforehand about how you just kind of wanted to spark a little friendly competition, but how'd you get this started, and how'd you get the okay to come down to Pella to film this?
We make an April Fool's video every year,
Mhm.
and we were just trying to game plan and think tank what would be funny and what we could do this year, and came up with the idea of going to Pella and stealing their tulips. Um, I saw the similarities that the two cities had that made us great, and I talked to Garrett, and he was on board, and we just rolled with it. So
And so you actually came down and pretended to dig up some stuff?
we did. So before I went down that road, because obviously it sparked a lot of interest, I got a hold of Chandler at the Parks Department,
Mhm.
and I asked him what he thought of the plan and the idea, and he gave me the blessing and said it was great. That we would never go to Pella and actually dig up their tulips. Um, so he thought it was fantastic, and he was really excited for the whole thing to happen. So that was really good. That collaboration is really interesting, and it's very beneficial.
And I don't know if he told you, there's really not many more than two people that plant the tulips. There's about five or six, but it takes several weeks. So, is that the same case for you guys?
Yeah, so we plant a few more than Pella does, and that's not a competition. We plant about five. This past year, we planted 565,000 tulips, and we rely a lot on volunteers, but we have a crew of about 5 to 6 as well, and it takes us about 4 to 5 weeks to get the entire process done. So, yeah,
Yeah, that's about what it takes. Ours. My wife is the senior horticulturalist for the city of Pella, so she's heavily.
fantastic.
Oh, so you got the connection there. Nice.
Yeah, and I'm going to tell her that we need to order 600,000 tulips for next year.
Here's the competition. Here we go.
Yeah. Um, but tell us a little bit about your tulip time. What are some of the things that you guys do for yours?
Well, it's interesting. The city of Holland is the city of Holland, and we plant our tulips regardless. And Tulip Time is an organization within the city that's independently operated outside of the city, and they put on the festival. And so they organize all of the parades, all of the vendors, all the events. Um, they do a pretty good job of it. It's 8 days long. We have Dutch dancing that takes place in the streets. We've got the parades. We've got the Kinder Parade on Thursday, where all the kids dress up in Dutch costume and dance in the streets. And then we've got the big parade on Saturday. So um, got concerts that come to town. Uh, Brings quite a few visitors. A big economic impact, as you guys know as well. Um, and the big outlier, the big one we can't plan, is the weather. So yeah.
You guys ever had snow on your tulips? We had that several years ago.
We have had snow in our tulips, and if you were to go back on the City of Holland YouTube page, you will find a previous April Fool's video where we're actually tying scarves around our tulips to keep them warm. And some of these April Fool's videos stick, and our Parks Department got many phone calls regarding putting scarves on tulips and keeping them warm. People thought it was a real thing, and so um, sometimes these videos get too realistic, and we get people that think we went to Pella. We had some legitimate people contact us and think we actually went to Pella, and we get people that contact us that think we put scarves on tulips.
So, wait, is this a long time Parks Department tradition for the April Fool's video, or did you guys just kind of like start it up once you get started working for the department?
No, it's been going on for quite a while. Yep. Our boss, he happened to be on vacation at the time, so he gave Garrett and I free reign to do what we wanted. It was our time to shine. Uh, so we were able to step in and take that spot for him and make a really funny video in his absence. But these videos range anywhere from us pouring ice on the tulips because they're growing too fast, to slow them down, to coaching them up and yelling in a loudspeaker at them. So anything to kind of get a good rise and a smile out of people.
We had somebody trying to warm them up with a blow dryer one year. People really thought that one was real. We got a lot of phone calls that year. So
Yeah.
How do you come up with those ideas to mess with people? I mean, it's brilliant, all the stuff you're describing. So.
We sit around with the IT team, the tech team, and we just kind of think what's easy to film and what's easy to actually pull off. Sometimes, unfortunately, in the busy spring, it usually means it's last minute. So we're sitting around the week of filming, thinking, what can we do to make this happen? And this particular year, it all worked out quite well. And I think the story of pulling tulips was funny, but I think the journey and getting there was it elicited more laughs than we expected. So everybody loved the not Holland sticker on the side of the truck.
I was just gonna say that was like my favorite part was the not Holland, Michigan. That was hilarious.
Yep.
That and the Dumb and Dumber reference. I mean, you gotta respect that.
Some people didn't get that. So we put that in there, and whoever takes it takes it. So I'm glad you picked up on it, because that's the first time I've heard of it. So thank you.
Yeah, I'm a big movie nerd, and I love that movie. Yeah.
That's awesome.
So how are your tulips growing this year then? We're doing all right so far, but
Yep, we're doing pretty good. We've had some warmer days, but some really cool nights, so that's kept them down. We're about a month away from tulip time, and we are expecting some temperatures in the 70s next week, and so that'll really shoot them up, which is good. They're a plant, they need to grow, and there's still a long ways to go yet. So hopefully the warmer temperatures will kind of push them along. And Mother Nature can be cruel, she can be kind at the same time. So we'll just have to keep our fingers crossed and hope for the best. But they're doing pretty good so far.
how about you guys? Are you ahead or behind?
I think we're right where we need to be. We see some green, and we're supposed to have temperatures up in the 80s next week, right, Monty? Yeah. So they'll be shooting right up.
Perfect.
Ours is like the first weekend in May. I should probably know what the date is, but we can edit that.
You guys,
Yeah.
I believe in all my extensive research of Pella, it's May 4th through the 6th this year.
Now see, there we go. There's a helpful guest. Somebody from 3 states away.
Not that I'm watching or competing or anything. Not that I need to know.
Not at all. No,
Yep.
it's not. So how big of a town is Holland?
We're a town with a population of about 33,000.
Mhm.
That's the city proper. Holland Township extends past the city boundaries, and you could probably say that our aggregate population in the area is about 110,000 people. And when we draw people in for tulip time, we're pushing 500,000-600,000 people easily.
I'm not sure of the final numbers for our average tulip time. Although in the spirit of competition, we draw way more than that. We're a lot smaller.
Millions.
I expected that. I expected nothing less.
That's awesome.
But no, Marion County that Pella's located in, we're about 33,000. So you was there. But
Yep.
Do you guys have the midnight or nightmare tulip, right? That the special one that only 200 of the bulbs are coming.
We do not. So I talked to Chandler about that, and we do not. So the darkest tulip that we have is Queen of the Night. So we don't have the nightmare. Yep.
Well, then we're better than you. We have some.
I knew that was coming. I saw it too. That was a good setup. I didn't get these questions beforehand. Well played.
Well, I got to defend the home turf.
Absolutely.
So have you ever really thought of actually coming to Pella for a tulip time, just to kind of, maybe not spy on us, but just to, see what things we can learn from each other?
I have wanted to go many, many places during tulip time. And I'd love to get to Pella. I'd love to get to Keukenhof in Amsterdam and check out their tulips. But it always seems to be the first few weeks before tulip time and a couple weeks after tulip time. We are the busiest in the parks department. So as much as I'd love to get there during tulip blooming season, it'd probably be in the off season that I'd visit. So I will look you up. I will come incognito. So I don't ruffle any feathers in a coffee shop or, hey, there's that guy that stole our tulips. Yeah, so
I'd say I'm expecting to see like a Groucho Marx, fake nose, fake glass, like mustache.
it's possible. It's
Yeah.
only if Garrett will drive me out there, though.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But well, yeah, obviously, it's hard for you guys to come down during our tulip time because you can't fight Mother Nature in the time that tulips bloom naturally. But have you ever thought about coming to Pella? Because we have stuff going on all year. We plant annuals here every year as well after the tulips. Do you guys do all that too?
We do. Yep. So once the tulips are done, we take them out and plant annuals. The city 3 years ago just built a state-of-the-art greenhouse. We grow all of our own annuals. We grow about 100,000 annuals to backfill where all the tulips go, and it's a really the color palette's amazing, and it's quite a show to see the annual color all through the year instead of 2 weeks. So it's wonderful. It's absolutely wonderful.
Sure is. What kind of ideas do you have next? Are you going to do any more April Fool's videos?
Oh, there'll be another April Fool's video, and we might just piggyback on this one due to the popularity. I don't know. Maybe have you guys come here. I don't know. There's a lot to be said, and I'm sure we'll get some people kind of curious and looking in the City of Holland webpage just to find out, but we're going to keep that one up our sleeve.
As will we, but we got something coming. We've been scheming, Monty and Palmer. And
I had wondered, many of the comments online that Garrett and I have noticed have suggested repercussions, and we're curious, and this is what we want. This is what we wanted to get you guys involved with, is just a healthy rivalry, but for the greater being of promoting two great towns and two great festivals.
Absolutely. We take a lot of pride in our tulip time. And have you seen a lot of has the viewership of your videos been higher because you targeted us?
The viewership is typically high for April Fool's videos. One of the things that I noticed is that we're getting a lot of traction and feedback from residents in Iowa who have maybe lived in Michigan or have lived in Iowa their entire life, and they only know Pella or Orange City, and obviously you guys are the best. So I've noticed a lot of traction, and talking to Chandler, he was all about it and wanting to share it on the social. So the Visit Pella page and some of the other local businesses in Pella shared the video as well. So I think that kind of traction has been fantastic. I think as of this morning, we've got 50,000 views, which is great for one of our videos. Yeah, it's good. It's a good, healthy laugh, and that's what we want to do. We wanted to make sure people laugh, and that's what we need more of.
Absolutely. Garrett, do you have anything more you want to add? You've been kind of quiet.
Yeah, I know. This was kind of Jamie's thing that he pulled me along for, so this is his brainchild. But no, he kind of just asked if I have kind of a dry sense of humor, if you can't tell from the video. But basically, he just wanted somebody to be the old dad in the car on the road trip. So I said I could do that well. So yeah, just thinking about all the things of driving down to Florida as a kid, all those cliche things to say. So that's where my role was. So I was happy to do that. So.
And he did it well. He did it really well. That's all the things that maybe made me laugh of the things I did. I go right back to Garrett. Garrett, all the stuff that he did in that video makes me laugh hands down. I can't get over it. So
Like I said, I laughed so hard at that whole thing, like big gulps. Cool. That was, I might have been the only one to get that, but I'm glad you threw that in. So
yeah.
Yeah, that was kind of last minute too. We just saw that sitting there at the store, and Jamie's like, "Well, probably should grab some big gulps." So it worked out well.
That was kind of, and that was the unique thing about the entire video is there was nothing that was scripted. Everything that we said that came out of our mouths was very fluid, and whatever got videoed, it went. So I think the only time we did a double take or we did a retake on the video was us slapping the "Not City of Holland" sign on the side of the truck. So I think it worked out quite well that it was so fluid and so cohesive, and it was just, and that made it natural, and I think that's what made it funny as well. So it was good.
I love the Gary, Indiana reference.
Some people didn't get that either. That was Garrett's idea. He's like, we got to stop and pick up Gary, and we could
Yeah,
have.
it is funny that some people had to really think about that, but
Yep. So just those little tidbits, those little Easter eggs, as they call it.
Exactly.
If you've
In the
ever
videos.
if you've ever had car problems by Gary, Indiana, you'll know exactly what that reference means.
We were going to make a comment about maybe the way Gary smelled, and we were not going to pick him up.
Yeah.
But we didn't want, once again, we didn't want to get slanderous or mean. We wanted to keep it jovial and keep it funny. So keep it respectful.
Absolutely. Well, appreciate you guys taking the time to chat with me about this today. And obviously you're welcome here in Pella anytime. You don't have to put on the fake glasses or anything. Is there anything more you guys want to add about the Fool's joke?
No, but just I really appreciate all the positive feedback from the Pella residents, and I appreciate the healthy competition and the everything that has shown the pride that your residents have in your city and the respect giving it back to us, and that's been wonderful. So not a nasty comment out of anybody, and that's been fantastic. And so I really applaud you guys and the residents, and thanks for rolling with the joke, and we'll see what we have for next year.
Sure thing.
As will we.
looking forward to it. Yeah. Well, we
Yeah,
wish you guys
that's
all the best weather for your upcoming festival, and hopefully everything works out as it always does for you. So
Same to you. Thank you very much. Mont, do you got anything more you want to add?
No, I'm set.
All right. Well, thanks again, guys, and take care, and we'll be seeing you.
All right, I appreciate
Good.
you.
Yep. Thanks everybody for joining us.
Yep.